This is try number 2. I just recorded like 10 minutes of me talking and I had the wrong file format saved, so I had none of it. I tested it out. This one does save in the correct file format, so we're good. Now I just need to remember what I said. So, if you've never been to one of my streams before, then welcome to my office or my stream room or whatever you want to call it. I am here today because we are playing a horror game. This is something that I was actually asked why I have never done on my channel before, since I do run like a scary paranormal-ish YouTube channel, and then I also stream horror games. So like, why wouldn't I do that for the people who don't watch Twitch? And it was something that I honestly never thought to do, and I don't know why. And so I asked you guys on Twitter if that was something you guys would want to see, and so many of you guys said you did want me to play horror games on YouTube in addition to the ones that I play on stream, obviously. So that's what we're doing today. And the game that we're playing today is called The Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. And this is a creepypasta, I believe. I don't know if this game itself is the creepypasta or if there was a creepypasta before the game. It was ranked really highly when I looked up short-ish horror games, or like the best short horror games. I think it was like number 3 out of 5 or something. This is a free horror game that's just on the internet, so you guys don't need like a Steam account or anything to play this. I will put the link in the description for anybody who wants to play this either after I play it, or maybe you don't want to watch me play it first and you'd rather play it yourself first. The link will be down in the description. That being said, there is a lot of replay value in this game because I have read that there are 6 different endings. That was 5. The fun thing about this game is that it is a choose your own adventure type thing. So that is why there are so many different endings. There are a lot of choices that affect the way that it goes. And I've been talking for way too long. So let's at least really quickly, there is trigger warnings. So I am going to click on it and read you guys the trigger warnings just for anybody who doesn't want to see any of this. This is a horror game. It does not make use of screamers or jump scares. Sound effects are used for tension and atmosphere. Some playthroughs may encounter plot points concerning a possible suicide. Thematically, many aspects of this game may recall the emotional abuse experienced by children at the hands of adults and, very often, other children. So, just really quickly, I just wanted to read that just in case anybody was not comfortable with any of those topics. I completely understand, and I will play other horror games in the future that don't involve those topics. So just wanted to put that out there. And okay, we're gonna get into the game. You are 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? We have Andrew, Ashley, Brandon, Dave, Jessica, Megan, Nicole, Michael, Ryan, and Sarah. I think when I was little, I did have a best friend named Ashley, and right now I have a friend named Ashley. So even though my name is Ashley, we're gonna go with Ashley. Okay. Your best friend Ashley has invited you to a sleepover at her house this weekend. You've been friends since 1st grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality. Oh, asking your mom only a formality? Which one do we click on? I guess I'm gonna click on asking your mom. Okay. You've never confirmed this, but you suspect the babysitter may charge extra when there are 2 kids. You sometimes feel like staying somewhere else is the only way you can help out. Only a formality. Okay. On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours. Long enough to pack, get in a fight with your younger sister, yikes, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Ashley's house while your mom idles in her car nearby. She leans out the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says. As always. I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yes, Mom. I don't think we need the added sigh. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says, again, as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the day. If you play outside, she adds, be careful. It's probably gonna rain. Kiss Mom goodbye or wave goodbye. Let's wave goodbye. After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Ashley's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Ashley waving at you from her bedroom on the 2nd floor. Let's head inside. Ashley's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in a few minutes, but you can drop your stuff off in the den. You and Ashley are camping out there tonight. Cool, okay, or not and go to the den. I mean, let's be nice. If this was me, I would say okay. I don't think I'd be like, cool, And I'd be like, okay. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den and then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as gray as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Ashley's dad shot years ago. And of course, there is the big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Ashley's house is than yours. Frickin' Ashley. Ashley entered the room while you aren't paying attention, and now she stands in the doorway, smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? She asks. Sure, or yeah. Let's say yeah. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs. Oh my god, that's so good. I love that. One of Ashley's favorite meals. Honestly, same. One of Ashley's favorite meals, as her mother points out while piling a helping on your plate. Ashley's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Ashley are getting into at school. Oh my god, are we delinquents? Dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. There's always room for dessert, okay? I have a second stomach for dessert, so I would be able to finish that. Cracks a beer, what does that say? Wait, that wasn't a beer at all. That's a glass of lemonade. Why would you even think it was a beer? Ashley's father doesn't drink alcohol. You're quite certain of that fact, now that you've remembered it. Well, whatever. That's so weird. Okay. Grandfather clock in the den chimes. You go along now, says Ashley's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We'll clean up in here. Let's go get the TV ready, says Ashley. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Ashley's room is immense. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Ashley, heading toward her TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. It's her prerogative, of course. She gets to choose what you play first, usually. But as Ashley begins unhooking the cords of the N64 from the TV, you catch sight of other things she has in there. What other things you got in there, Ashley? All the major stuff. An old SNES, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast, but some other things too. Things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights, a smaller purple one, a strange white and yellow tower with what look like gloves resting on hooks on either side, a compact white cone. What are those? We'll say, what are those? Ashley looks to the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, she says. They're pretty cool. I can't show them to you though. They're still secret. I promised my uncle. Of course, you suddenly remember. Her uncle. The uncle who works for Nintendo. I hope that the audio's loud enough. I was about to say, tell me if it isn't, but you guys can't. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. Let's click on this really quick. It's 7. Okay. Framed pictures line the walls. You walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past, Ashley cradled lovingly between her mother and father, or any one of the three on their own. A happy, tidy family. Look for pictures of Ashley's uncle or do something else. Let's look first. I'm pretty sure we will be able to go back. You don't find any. Not one. The only pictures here are of Ashley and her parents. You don't know why that makes you feel uneasy. Time passes. Okay. Ashley is parked in front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. Talk to Ashley, watch Ashley play, go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, or think about Ashley's uncle. Why would we think about her uncle? Okay, let's talk to Ashley. What's up, girl? What would you like to talk about? School, games, or never mind? Well, I hear the games in the background, so let's talk about games. Talk about how much you like games, or an hour passes. Let's talk about how much you like games. Ashley raises an eyebrow at your remark. What do you like about them? The chance to be a different sort of person, the challenge, solving puzzles and stuff, or being a hero in stories. The reasoning I would pick is the chance to be a different sort of person. Yeah, she says. That's a nice feeling, but something in her voice tells you she's thinking about something. What's up? You okay? Or ignore it and change the topic. Well, if she's our best friend, we should see if she's okay. Do you think it's weird to play games? She asks suddenly, and then, before you can say anything else, I mean, like, is it weird for a girl to play games? We'll say, I don't know. Ashley shakes her head. It's just, you know, those guys at school. Wait. Or nod because you realize what she's getting at. What do you mean by wait? Girls don't play video games. Why don't you play girl games? Yeah, Ashley says. Yeah. But they're jerks. Who cares what they have to say? I'm sorry they're like that. I really am. I'm sorry I don't stand up for you. Oh, we don't stand up for her. Turn the conversation back to the game on the TV. Let's be supportive. They're jerks. Who cares? Who the frick cares? What you like is what you like. You shouldn't care what other people like or what other people say. Ashley shrugs tiredly. Yeah, she says. Who does care? Without another word, she returns to the Nintendo, leaving you alone with your thoughts. The clock chimes. You are in the den. Okay, so we're back here. So we already talked to her. Do you want to watch her play? Go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen. You know what? It was 7. Now it's probably 8. Maybe we'll go to the bathroom. You know what? I gotta pee. You head to the bathroom down the hall from the den. There's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet. Okay, let's check out. I mean, we said we had to pee, so let's go to the toilet first. You don't have to go right now. Okay. Are you done in here? No. There's a shower. The shower is pristinely clean. And a linen closet. It's a linen closet filled with large fluffy towels and washcloths. You're not sure why you looked in here. Yeah, okay, we're done. You head back to the den. I guess let's watch her play, but I feel like it's wanting us to think about her uncle, which is weird. But I guess it's not, because if we like video games, maybe it's like, oh, think about how cool her uncle is, because he makes games, Ashley decides you should play the next game alone. It's pretty boring. You're at a party having a conversation with a man in a business suit, but for some reason, you can't move the camera up to see above his mouth. He's always smiling. Ew, that's creepy. He tells you a story about how people mistake him for someone else. Did you figure it out? Asks Ashley, once the man in the game has apparently stood up and left the conversation. Figure what out? There was something to figure out? Of course. Say figure what out? Ashley laughs. I guess not, she says, before putting her choice of game into the N64. You realize you've played for quite some time. The clock chimes. You are in the den. Ashley's mother bustles into the room, holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. How are you kids doing? She asks. Good, says Ashley, her eyes not moving from the television. I hope you're having fun, says Ashley's mom. Here's some popcorn. Extra butter. She places it on the floor by Ashley. Almost immediately, Ashley is shoveling popcorn into her mouth. Meanwhile, her mother smiles first at her and then back at you. There's sodas in the kitchen if you get thirsty, she says, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry. Thank you. She looks at Ashley. Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon myself. I want you two to keep it quiet. All right? Yes, Mom, Ashley says tiredly. Oh, and before I forget, she adds, your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow, but he's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight. The uncle's coming. Oh my God. For the first time, Ashley stops playing her game, stops eating popcorn, and turns to look at her mother. Okay, she says. I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before he goes to bed. Okay, Mom. Good night, kids. And with that, she's gone. Okay, so wait, we're 11. Both of us are 11. And she's like, yeah, I want you kids to stay up until midnight to greet your uncle instead of us being awake to greet your uncle. There's a bowl of popcorn on the floor now. Let's see. You grab a handful of popcorn. It's buttery and delicious. Okay, let's ask about Uncle's visit. So why is your uncle coming, or your uncle stays with you when he visits? Why is your uncle? Well, no, she said business to attend to. Your uncle stays with you when he visits. Yeah, says Ashley nonchalantly. He lives pretty far away, and so he just drops by. Isn't that a little weird? How is that weird? Ashley gives you a look you don't like very much. How would you know? She asks. You don't even have an uncle. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, I guess so, or don't pursue it. Let's say yeah, I guess so. You drop the conversation in silence. Okay, Ashley, no need to be rude about it. Let's think about her uncle. It began with Mew. You didn't believe her at first when Ashley came to school one day and told you she had finally caught Mew. Prove it, you said. So she pulled out her Game Boy and showed you. There it was. Mew, the 151st Pokemon, available only to players at promotional events, somehow unlocked on Ashley's game. It's really strong, she says. It KOs every enemy in one hit. Ashley demonstrated this claim at recess when you and some other friends linked Game Boys to do battle. You were the first one down. No one else got a single hit on Ashley's Mew. See, no one else. We were our friends. In a few days, everyone had quit playing Pokemon at recess. The allure had faded. Oh, it's probably because nobody had a strong enough Pokemon to beat Ashley. You asked Ashley how she managed to get it. Oh, my uncle got a job at Nintendo, said Ashley. You were walking home together, past one of the construction crews. Construction crews. There had been a storm not too long ago. Trees were down all over town. Buildings had collapsed. You were standing at an intersection with Ashley as a truck rumbled by, loaded up with ragged tree trunks. What a bad storm. Ashley still lived next door to you at the time. Oh, he also got me this new Game Boy, Ashley said, pulling it out of her pocket. You hadn't noticed it earlier. But yes, Ashley now had a sleek new Game Boy Color. Until today, she had one of the old ones, a big gray brick like yours. This one's a special edition, said Ashley. Isn't it cool? You agreed. You snap out of your reflections. Let's remember our own Mew. You got your own Mew eventually. Another friend had a Game Shark, which you borrowed one day. You spent that entire night unlocking every Pokemon you couldn't obtain in your copy of the game or hadn't yet traded for, including Mew. It didn't one-hit KO most enemies. It was incredibly weak, and you shamefully cheated the game further to make it strong enough. It even looked different from Ashley's. How? Your Mew was small, even cute, standing there with its round, cheerful eyes. But when Ashley's had wiped out everyone at school, it had looked completely different. Compact, snarling, fierce. Ooh. You asked her why. What? She said. That had been here, in the den. Oh, that thing? What had been here? Ashley had moved by then, but how long was that after the first storm, after she got Mew? Can't remember. It had been a while since anyone talked about Pokemon. Well, my uncle got me a special edition Mew, first of all, she said, smirking a little, but not looking away from the PlayStation game she was playing. That's why mine looked different. Second of all, mine can one-hit KO because it's the real Mew. You asked what she meant by that. Just what I said, Ashley replied. You cheated and got a fake Mew. So of course there would be problems, glitches and junk. You felt your cheeks redden. But not me, Ashley said again. I got the real Mew, and only me. My brother was so jealous. Ashley's brother. What about him? Why does remembering the comment make you feel uneasy? You snap out of your own reflections. The clock chimes. You are in the den. It begins raining outside. I guess we already asked. Well, I guess let's ask about his visit again. Why is he coming? Ashley shrugs. Business. But I thought he worked for Nintendo. He does, says Ashley, frowning, but not looking away from the TV screen. He's really important there. Then what does he have to do here? Ashley pauses the game and turns towards you, visibly agitated. How should I know? I don't work for them. Right now, she is not quite yelling, but you think if you keep pressing the subject, she might. Oh, you know what? She kind of got a little snippy with us, so maybe we'll get a little snippy back. I'm not sure I believe you about your uncle. Ashley takes a moment to respond, as if she's not quite sure she heard you correctly. What? I don't believe your uncle works for Nintendo. You think you've finally done it. Ashley stands up, fists clenched at her sides, mouth twisting horribly as she struggles to say something. You watch as she takes a step toward you, and you involuntarily flinch. You clench your teeth and wait. I would flinch, so we'll flinch. Ashley shakes her head as if remembering something. Never mind, she says. Just never mind. You want to say something more, but she is already re-immersed in the video game. Take a breather. Okay. Well, she's pissed at us. Maybe we shouldn't talk. Let's go to the kitchen. We're hungry. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. Fridge. Let's get some pizza. Actually, let's get a soda. Hell yeah. You grab your snack. That's not really a snack. And exit the kitchen. Head back to the den. Did time not pass? I want time to pass. Oh, it's 10:30. He's going to be here in an hour and a half. Let's ask Ashley if she thinks the storm will be as bad as the last one. Do you think this storm will be as bad as the one we had before? You remember the storm? Asks Ashley. Yeah, you say, nodding. But no one remembers the storm. Could you please stop messing with me? Ashley shakes her head. No. You don't understand. Please, I'm not messing with you. But this is important. But this is different. Something's different. He said no one would remember the storm. Who? Wait, who said that? He came out of the storm. I was home alone. Ashley begins, her eyes growing distant. Mom was at work. Dad was out at the bar. Well, listen. I answered the door when the knocking started. He said he was lost and hungry. He said he could help me. All I had to do was promise to feed him. Ew, I don't like it. Bad expression. Feed me. Ashley tenses. Who are you feeding? Ew. Okay, I was gonna say, if this breathing doesn't stop. It's my uncle, Ashley says. Or that's what he told me to call him, so it's not actually your uncle? I don't really know. I don't know what it is. You're kidding, right? No, shouts Ashley, shaking her head. It's not a joke. It's not a trick. He changes things. He's already changed them. I want to go home. Mom, can you come pick me up? Did you expect me to believe this? What did he change? Should we keep going along with it? Or should we say, let's say, we're not falling for it. You know what? You don't have to, says Ashley. He's already on his way. Bitch, I want to go home. You know, whatever. Time passes. The clock chimes. You were in the stop. You were in the den. Okay. Call your mom. No, you know what? Let's talk to her some more. School. You try to strike up a conversation, but Ashley doesn't seem to want to talk about school and ignores you. An hour passes. The clock chimes. You are in the den. The grandfather clock chimes the hour as Ashley cradles her head in her hands. It's time, she says, sounding close to tears. Stop being weird, or I don't want to play games anymore. Okay. Someone knocks at the front door. That's him, says Ashley, standing up. Okay, why would the uncle knock so creepily? Okay. Oh. I should go let him in. As she leaves the den, you realize you could follow, but a part of you really feels like being scarce for a bit. Let's follow. You know what? Strength in numbers. The knocking continues. I need to turn this down. I need to turn that down too. Sorry, you guys. The knocking continues persistently as you follow Ashley to the front of the house. Outside the pebbled glass of the front window, you can see a tall, dark shadow. Ashley goes to the door, undoes the deadbolt, and cracks it open. Oh, we're good. Okay. You can come in, she says to whoever's standing out there on the porch. Then she looks over her shoulder at you. Sorry, she says. Before you can ask what there is to be sorry about, the door slams out. No! It said that there's no jump scares, but I don't know if I believe him. Bad expression. Hello, child. Come closer, child. No more worries, child. I am hungry, child. No more worries, child. Hello, child. $ fear, none. $ screaming. Cease. Stop it, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Hello, child. Undefined error. That's it? The uncle who works for Nintendo. All right, we're going to try for one more ending. I want to call my mom this time because it says that we might not have time. So I want to see what happens if we don't have time. One quick question then. Was your friend's father drinking beer at dinner? I'm not sure what I saw. Why? No, he doesn't drink. Is this a trick question? He doesn't drink. I'm not sure what I saw. Well, she said he went out to the bar. I'm not sure what I saw. I will really, really quickly go through this and then I will be back. Okay? Sounds good. Okay, so hi, I'm back. I was just kind of clicking and, it's time again. So this time, maybe we sit in here and we just wait. We don't follow her this time. The grandfather clock chimes the hour as Ashley suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, she says. Is your uncle here? Someone knocks at the front door. That's him, Ashley says, standing up. I should go let him in. Let's be scarce for a bit. Where is there to go? Oh, we are fucking hiding. Okay. Run to the bathroom or run to the kitchen. Let's hide in the bathroom. You run down the hall to the bathroom and lock the door behind you. Or at least, this could have been a bathroom. The walls are bare and white, and there's no sink or toilet, but there are some odd, featureless white boxes that could stand in for a shower or a linen closet. You crawl into the plain white box that is about the size of a linen closet and close it behind you. From the front of the house, you can hear the front door slam open. After that, you don't hear anything except child. The rain. No, not just the rain, but the voice in the back of your head. Like, I'm coming for your child. Like something you can't even begin to describe. Though you locked the door behind you, you hear it open easily. Something walks in. Okay. Let's close our eyes. I don't want to see it. You're not sure how you know something is out there because you don't exactly hear it moving, but you know it's there. You know it stopped. Oh, child. Poor, poor child. But you know it stopped right outside your hiding spot. It opens the door, even though you immediately realize it doesn't have any hands. I thought that was a face. Oh, child, I am oh so hungry, child. You cannot run, child. Hello, child. No more worries, child. Hello, child. Struggle cease. Screaming cease. I have friends for you, child. Friends for you in the dark. You will play forever in the dark. Hello, child. No. Okay. Is this a different ending or did I still get... Oh, I got run. Okay, what's 5? Some things you don't remember... Some things you remember don't match what you see. Learn what you can, ask questions. Have a serious talk, don't be mean, but still, get out of there. And then make what might be the worst decision ever. Okay, I lied. We do one more. All right, I'm going to start from the beginning really, really quickly. I know I said that there were like a bunch of different endings and that I would only get one, but I am too invested now. I want to know what happens if I call my mom, okay? So I'm going to restart from the beginning right now, and I'm going to try to retrace my steps I did the first time so that we get that ending of like being able to call our mom. I will be back. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Okay, I got to this point and we're gonna say we want to go home. And I think I figured something out actually while replaying this, because she said that when he came to the door, all she had to do was promise to feed him. And our character said that we feel uneasy when we have to think about her brother. What if Ashley fed her brother to her uncle? What if he eats kids? And that's why we're over here. Is because if she doesn't have anybody else to feed him, he's probably going to eat her. And that's why she said sorry when we opened up the door. Or when she opened the door. Because she was feeding us to him. I want to go home. No, Ashley says. You can't. You can't. He's already on his way. Pet expression. No. There it is. Like a voice. Not something you hear exactly, but still somewhere in the back of your head. Ashley heard it too. See? She asks. See? He's almost here. I'm calling my mom. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, where the phone sits on the counter. Call mom. You dial your mom's work number and wait. Mom picks up after 3 rings. I want to go home. Things are really weird here. Never mind. I want to go home. Really, honey? She asks. Please, Mom, please. She sighs heavily. Of course, she says. I'll call the sitter. She'll probably be there in an hour. Now, really, I have to go. She hangs up. Return to the den and pack your things. You return to the den. Ashley is sitting silently on the floor as you come in. You're leaving, aren't you? She says. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. Or this joke you're playing. Let's not say that. That's a little bit too far. Well, maybe not too far, but like, I don't think you should say that to somebody. But then again, we're 11, and I feel like that's something an 11-year-old would say. We'll say this joke you're playing is really mean. I should have known it was different, Ashley mumbles. You're remembering too much. If your uncle's so powerful, why can't he just keep me here? Never taunt. Let's begin packing our stuff. Please, Ashley says. Please don't go. I've never not fed him, and if I don't, I'm not sure what will happen. So you just want me to get eaten or whatever? Shut up and leave me alone, or continue packing in silence. I feel like we're gonna waste too much time if we ask questions, but let's do it. No, please no, she replies. It's not... I think he'll kill me. Do you understand? He would have killed me if I didn't. Shut up and leave me alone. You can tell that Ashley is on the verge of tears, but nevertheless, she does as you ask. walking over to sit in the middle of the den as you finish packing. You wait in awkward silence until finally a car honks outside. Beep, beep. You get up to leave. Ashley has wandered over to the fireplace and is looking into its unlit depths as you walk out the door and into the night. The sitter's familiar car is parked out front. As you walk closer, you see your little sister in the back seat, still in her pajamas. The sitter, a high school girl who lives down the street from you, looks incredibly unhappy to be here, but you think you'll be able to handle her. As you climb into the car, you cast one look over your shoulder, back to the house. The front door is closed. You suddenly can't remember if you did that yourself. The lights in the den are still burning. As the sitter pulls away from the house, you stare out the window at Ashley's house. The lights blurred and magnified by the rain streaming down the glass. Eventually, it all slides out of view. You find out the next afternoon about the fire. It started in the den, say the papers, where there was known to be a fireplace. Apparently, it was left smoldering into the night. There were no survivors. Arson is suspected, since an accelerant would have helped the flames overcome the night's heavy rains, but nothing definitive is ever publicly released on this account. One day after school, you ride your bike by to check it out. Parts of the house still stand, walls and beams blackened by the flames. Yellow caution tape has been looped around the outside, and the rubble hasn't yet been totally cleared out by the city. You decide to investigate. This is a horrible idea. The second floor has either mostly burned away or fallen through. But standing in what used to be the den, you look up to the hole that would have been Ashley's room. The broken glass and charred drywall crunch beneath your feet. Until you step on something that isn't glass. You look down. There, in the mess, is what looks like a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy Color, not at all scuffed or damaged. In the back is a single cartridge, a copy of Pokemon Blue. Bitch, I've seen enough horror games to know that if we take this demon boy, this demon uncle is going to be attached to us. And so, but that would be the ending of like making the horrible mistake. Do I want to take it? Do I not want to take it? Do I not want to take it? Do I want to take it? Do I not want to take it? I feel like if we take it, then we're going to get a knock on the door and it's going to be like, hello, child. But if we leave it, then we're going to get a nice ending. No, you know what? We're going to take the Game Boy. Looking from side to side as if anyone might actually be watching, you pick up the Game Boy and flick on the power switch. After clicking through the Pokemon intro screens, you find there is no saved game on the cart. It's like a brand new copy. You turn off the Game Boy and, stuffing it in your pocket, return home. Your mom is standing in the kitchen when you arrive, doing dishes, and your little sister is watching some annoying cartoon. Remember to take a bath and get dressed before 7, Mom calls. Remember? You're fairly certain she never told you to do that in the first place. You walk into the kitchen, dropping your backpack on the linoleum floor. Why do I need to do all that? Silly, she says. Your mom turns from the sink to smile at you, and your throat tightens when you see how glassy and empty her eyes are. Don't you remember? She asks. Your uncle is coming over for dinner to celebrate his new job. What is this one? Repetition with a difference. It is not the time for running. Go where you're not wanted. Go where you've been told you can't go. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was the game. So that was the uncle who works for Nintendo. We unlocked 3 different endings. There are still 2 other ones, or maybe 3. I don't know if that is the 6th ending or if that just pops up after the do you want to continue. So if you guys want to play it yourself, then the link will be in the description. And if you do that, please let me know how you liked it. I hope you guys liked this game. So if you guys liked this type of video where I played a horror game instead of other things, please let me know and I can do more like every so often. I can find other horror games, maybe some with actual jump scares if you guys like that type of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna go now because I actually almost have to stream tonight. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. It's night for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everybody.